Hi, everybody. Welcome to Midweek. Glad you could join us this week. And today's kind of what I'd call family day. It's some news, some updates, some projections into the future. So if you like those days, you tuned into the right day. First of all, I want to say thank you. Thanks for all the good feedback. We just finished a great series. I loved it. It's called What Matters Most. And some of the feedback was kind of interesting. One dear brother said, man, I felt like I got gut punched every week. And I was like, wow, that seems harsh. And he goes, no, it was good for me. Another person said, appreciate the positive focus, something other than issues of masks and everything else. And so we had a great time. Thank you for the feedback. I'm going to be out for a couple weeks. I'll be around. I'm still here, but I'm resetting for the summer months, and Pastor Jeff's going to bring the word this weekend. Cannot wait. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be, well, I can't give it away. It's going to something to do with wrestling, I heard. It's going to be awesome. Pastor Tyler's going to give the next week, and what I can promise you is comes from the Bible. Other than that, I don't know, but it's going to be fun. So let's look forward to that. Upcoming items. Number one, the baby bottle. Let's get behind that. It's so cool. I love the way our church, there's no competition, but we typically are the number one church. So let's just continue that. It's incredible. You guys do a great job. On the 13th of June, we're going to have Envision. We've done that for years. And that's our kind of vision casting for the year. We didn't do it last year because, well, you know why. But this year, and we're going to unveil an altered vision statement. Same great church, same great God, but we've kind of given our vision statement a twist and some new focus, and I think you're going to love it. It's going to be really fun. So that's going to be vision explained, vision revealed, and vision expressed. And so we're putting that together, and you're going to hear stories. So you're going to hear stories about people who pressed into God for years and saw answered prayers. So that's going to be great. That's on the 12th and 13th of June. And then the annual business meeting's coming up on the 26th, 27th. That's where we vote on the budget. And that's where we're reminded how faithful God has been to our church through you. That's where we're challenged as to what we can do in the next leg. And it's going to be really good. And that's towards the end of the month. Summer schedule. We are still looking at the possibility of unifying, like on Sunday mornings, our two locations. We want to be sensitive to people who have grown accustomed to having lots of space. We want to be sensitive to, again, not putting our congregation in jeopardy. And we also want to be sensitive to the worship team that we are starting to have to give 5-hour energy drinks in between services so that they can make this journey. So we're looking at that, and we're trying to anticipate when that transition needs to occur, and we're trying to couple it when we believe a good portion is vaccinated, they've had COVID, they feel safe going back into the waters, all of those kinds of things. So be in prayer for wisdom as we make those decisions. We are looking at right now the parking lot for the month of August. We have been strongly pleaded with. We love coming to church, eating our bagels out in the parking lot, and worshiping and letting the city know. So right now we're scheduling that for August. I don't know. I think we might consider expanding that. We're looking at possible dates, but for sure right now, August is your time. And that leads me to kind of that, we used to do the picnic in the park. There's some things, again, not trying to confuse people and not having guaranteed permission. So we're not going to be planning that this year, but what we are going to be doing is a picnic on the lot. And that's going to be on the 14th and 15th of August. So that's just going to be, we're going to be doing the worship services in the morning, then we're going to have a picnic, and we're going to kind of be downtown here and take over the whole place. There'll be a lot of fun things to do with the kids, and that's going to be great. So those are some things that are coming up, and we're looking forward to the summer. It's going to be incredible. We have Fusion is heading towards a retreat pretty soon. Thrive is going to be doing H2O. Skills Camp is on deck, and it's going to be incredible. In fact, do you realize it's the coolest thing in the world? We are already full for Skills Camp. We had to bring it down just a little bit. but it's already full. It's amazing. So we're excited to see the impact that God is going to make in those events. So look forward to that. Be praying for that. Let me share just in closing, I've been going through some reading of the Word of God with some other people to kind of challenge them on a daily basis, and that's been a lot of fun. And I was struck by an exhortation in my reading of the book of Proverbs, chapter 11, which was yesterday. 2 verses. One says, "One gives freely, yet grows all the richer. Another withholds what he should give and only suffers want." The next verse, verse 25, says, "Whoever brings a blessing will be enriched, and the one who waters will himself be watered." You put those two together, and what do they say? Living generously is a wise step. Living freely to bless people, your life is going to be enriched. So I want to encourage you. We're still living in COVID era. A lot of angry people, a lot of frustrated people, a lot of people kind of reacting to things. And this passage really gave me, again, much like our whole series on what matters most, is how do I move into this world with a different lens and focus than maybe what I'm encountering? And so I want to challenge you to pray for this kind of mindset. Let me repeat the one. Whoever brings blessing, that person will be enriched. And the one who waters will himself be watered. Generosity is always a great step. And the more generous you are, the more God's grace flows into you. I think that's a cool thing. Carrie and I have often said we cannot outgive God. We cannot bless beyond God's capability to bless us. And so that, I hope, is just an encouragement to you. As we're living in some difficult and challenging times, and it seems like every day, whether it be in the Middle East, whether it be in Israel. Yesterday we got some hard news there in Israel with the Palestinian-Israel war that's going on. Fact is, people are afraid. And one of the gifts that we can give to them as a church for the city is just simply this: whoever brings blessing will be enriched. Let's be that kind of church. Let's be those kind of people. God bless you. I hope you have a great week.